Wasn't it you guys that said, hey, hand me one of those cold beers?
Yeah. I didn't write them all. I'm just kidding. So anyways, so the difference between this album and the last one, actually the last two. So once we got JD in the band and we started writing, I took a conscious effort of I wanted it to be heavier than what we had done before, and my initial idea was to tune low as hell and write some like sludgy shit, and so that's what we started doing, and it sounded really cool. And then one day I started playing some faster stuff, just kind of dicking around on the guitar at practice, and Scott started screaming over it, and then that gave us a whole new area that we could take off in. So so we did that too, and that's been kind of our whole thing actually since this band started, was we didn't want to put limits on what kind of music we were playing. We wanted to play everything, all of our favorite stuff. So this new EP has like really sludgy stuff that we like, you know, the Louisiana style stuff, and then we've got the Texas sounding metal with the southern, you know, grooves to it and all that stuff. So that's kind of what we did on that.
Second to third, I think we really defined ourselves. I think that I feel like we completely matured. I think from the first and second album, I think we, matured in character, and I think that we matured in maybe our idea of what we wanted to write about. But I feel this album, we're fully matured, and I think that we know completely the direction that we want to be in, and I think it's almost as if we've sort of graduated, like with a master's in being a band.
This had to be heavier than anything that we had done. Honestly, I love our ballads. I think they're really cool, and I honestly think that we're really good at them. However, I'm tired of playing them. On the last records, I was going through some crazy stuff whenever I was writing those songs, and this one, I've been just, everything's good. Everything's going great. Which is funny because it translated into more aggressive sounding music. And I think that ballads still have their place in this band. However, at this point, it was like, hey man, let's just go full throttle this whole thing. We've got a new guy in the band. He's came from a band that was playing more like louder blues music. He wanted to play heavier stuff. I wanted to play heavier stuff. Scott wanted to play heavier stuff. And, we all kind of, when we got in a room, that's just what happened. And the way that we wrote this record, I guess touching on the last question, was we wrote pretty much everything in a room together. Like I'd come in with, hey, I've got this riff, and then we'd write the whole song around that riff all together. Used to it was, hey, I've got this song, let me show y'all it, and then we'll tweak it. This time it was, hey, I've got a riff, and then we'd all sit in there and just see where it went, and it ended up being, way heavier than any of the other stuff before, and I'm super proud of that.